Shalom, Israel. This video today is about the infamous Mamzer. Again, today's video is about the infamous Mamzer, and my name is Yashar Yehuda, and I'll be giving you my breakdown on this particular problem that we Israelites face today in many of our congregations and camps. Okay. All right, so as we get started, I'm going to give you the definition of this word mamzer and what is a mamzer. All right, so first, according to Bible Scripture, Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and Bible concordances, such as the Strong's Concordance, the Blue Letter Bible, and Brown Driver Briggs, they all define mamzer, and that's found in the Strong's Concordance as H4464. They define this word mamzer as a mixed population, a person of a mixed population, a bastard, a mongrel, one born of a Yehuda father or Jewish father and a Gentile mother, or vice versa. All right, so let's give you the actual Strong's, not Strong's, but the actual Blue Letter Bible definition. So this is the Blue Letter Bible. You see the word mamzer there. And this word mamzer, again, is found in the Old Testament in two places, which is the first is Deuteronomy 23 and 2, and the second is Zechariah 9 and 6. All right, so we see the word mamzer again is 4464 in the Strong's Concordance, and this is the blue letter definition. And you see it says bastard, mixed population, a person born of a Jewish or Yehuda father and a Gentile or Goyim mother, or vice versa. And it goes more thorough into the definition, and it says here, from an unused root meaning to alienate, a mongrel, that is a person or one born of a Jewish or Yehuda father and a heathen mother, bastard. Okay, so getting back, I want to give you guys a little breakdown of one of my posts that I recently did on uh, my Facebook group called Yashar Ministries Make Straight the Way of Yehuda. And this post got a little bit of uh, anger from some people that were accepting these particular people called mamzars or mamzerim into their camps. And this is some of the photos from one of those particular, or this particular post that I did. I'm just trying to let my people know that we Israelites have been infiltrated by these particular mamzerim. These people are posing today as Hispanic or as our Hispanic brothers and sisters. And some of our Israelite brothers and sisters even have the audacity to accept straight up people that are Edomites into our camps as members today. Just like we see this Edomite here in the camp with this Israelite brother. You see, he has our clothing on. He's accepted by the brother here in this group, and we just cannot allow this. And we allow these people into our congregation, they're going to uh, diminish us. They're going to lower our standards and our values and what the Most High gave us these rules to live by. All right. So again, we see another picture here. A lot of these people in these groups, this particular group is the Sakara group. I respect a lot of the brothers that's in that group, especially the brother in the middle here, Brother Deacon. But I disagree with their ideology on this particular, their theology on this particular issue here of accepting mamzer or mamzerim into their congregation. And I'm going to give you the evidence, the proof that I have dug out and come to the conclusion of, why I'm making this particular video and why I take the stance that I stand on. So again, you see the leader of this particular group. I also respect this brother here, but I do not accept any Hispanic uh, Israelites that look like this guy here. I'm not accepting any stringy-haired Hispanics with light brown skin, because these people are mamzers. They are not true blood Israelites. Again, you see more mamzers in our Israelite groups. I think that was all of them. All right, there's one more picture of a mamzer. All right, so we have to be able to trace our heritage back 3 to 4 generations without that bloodline being diluted with Gentile blood. And if you can't trace your heritage back 3 to 4 generations without it being diluted with Gentile blood, you qualify for what is termed a mamzer. We just went over that particular definition in the Blue Letter Bible. And again, you can find that same definition in Strong's Concordance and um, Brown Driver Briggs Concordance. Um, and it gives the same definition. All right, so let's go ahead and get our first scripture today. And that is Deuteronomy 23:2. And it says, a bastard, and that word in English that's bastard, but in the Hebrew it is mamzer. A mamzer or a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah. All right, so this particular verse uh, means that mixed people are never welcomed into Yahuwah's holy congregation of, of his chosen special holy people. All right, he clearly lays that out in this particular verse. All right, so next let's get, um, let's read this particular meme here. All right, this is Deuteronomy 7. It's a piece of Deuteronomy 7:1 through 10. It says, we Israelites are commanded not to intermarry with uh, the Canaanites or these Gentile nations, because if you do, you're going to produce a mixed child, which would be termed a mamzer. So we just read Deuteronomy 23:2, where it says, no mamzer can be accepted into the congregation of Yahuwah. And again, if you want to look that word up, it's H4464 in the Strong's Concordance. All right, so this particular meme shows the result of an Israelite mixing with a Gentile or an Edomite in this case. And you will produce something that looks like this man right here that can be mistaken as an Israelite because he looks like us. But in fact, this guy will qualify as a mamzer or a bastard. All right, so here is the culprit of this particular, here's the culprit, this Edomite woman and this lost brother here, this Israelite brother. So he gets with this woman and he produces this child who comes out with 23 chromosomes from both mother and father. So this child is a mulatto or mamzer mixed. It's a combination of both of these parents here. All right. So we know the scripture says the Most High is not dealing with this result of the combination or the union of these two. All right. So that qualifies as a bastard inside. All right. So we see, as I showed you, the first guy, this bastard guy here. All right. We find in the New Testament in the I'm going to read that later on in this presentation here, this video. Uh, in the New Testament, in the book of Matthew, we see the breakdown given for the tares and the wheat. All right, so the tares, they look identical to the wheat. You see the pictures here, the wheat here. is on this side over here, and then we have the tares on the right. So they look similar to the wheat, but there is a difference. All right. So I'm gonna get that scripture later, but just letting you know that the Most High said that in the last day He's going to gather His wheat into the barn, but the chaff is going to be separated. The chaff or the tares will be separated from the wheat and will be burnt up. All right. So the Most High is not dealing with those that look like us. Uh, he wants the Israelites to keep their bloodlines clean and pure. All right, so we're going to see some pictures or images of some of the results of Israelites sleeping with Edomites, producing these mamzer children. This particular woman we all know as Alicia Keys is the result of that union. Then we have this guy here, this mamzer here, Drake. A lot of people are familiar with him. He's the result of that illegal marriage, producing the bastard child. All right, so again, we have the tares and the wheat. The Israelites are the wheat, and the tares are the product of the Israelites mixing with Edomites or Gentiles, producing the tares or darnel. All right, so the next scripture I want to get, let's get Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. And it says, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. All right, folks, this particular verse is pretty deep, and you have to get into some of the books of the Apocrypha and pseudepigraphia books, and you'll get a better understanding of how the Israelites are the first people that God created, the sons of Adam, how they interbred or they mixed with the fallen angels. Now, I'll get back and touch on that in a few minutes, but they produced the first bastards or mixed children or mixed people on the earth. This was before the flood. So it says, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. All right, so the next verse I want to get is in Nehemiah 13 and 24, and it reads, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, which is a bastard language, and could not speak in the Jews or Yehudim language, but according to the language of each people. Verse 25 reads, and I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by Elohim, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons for yourselves. All right, so this is Nehemiah getting angry with the people because they were mixing with the people that the Most High told them not to mix, but we were not to mix. You can go back again and read Deuteronomy 7 and 3. We got Tobit 4 and 12. Let me read Tobit 4 and 12 for you guys right quick. All right, Tobit 4 and 12, it reads, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. All right, so we don't want the Most High didn't want our land, our possessions to be going to bastard children or mamzer children. So that's what happens. You see a lot in the NBA, uh, also in the NFL. We have a lot of these brothers, these Israelite brothers. They make a lot of money, they make millions of dollars, and first thing they go and do is get them a Edomite wife, and then they produce these bastard children, and then all of the money that they end up making goes into the hands of the Edomite wife and the bastard children, these mamzer children. And you see that wealth is removed from being in the hands of true blood Israelites. So this is what the far-reaching foresight that the Most High had. He did not want us mixing and passing on our wealth and possessions to the other nations. So that's Tobit 4 and 12. So next I'm going to get you Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 26, 19 through 21. And it reads, My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not the strength, or give not thy strength to strangers. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Verse 21. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified. All right, so that's the key words that I wanted you to take into consideration where it says that so that the race of the Israelites will be magnified. So this is the point that he wanted to get across to us. We are to magnify our own race and stop with the madness of this mixing and passing down our wealth to the mixed children, these mamzers and these Edomites. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and read you the post from my Facebook post that I did a while back. And this is dealing with Matthew chapter 13, verse 24 through 30, dealing with the wheat and the tares. All right, it says, No mixed mamzerim or uh, light brown gentiles that profess to be Israelites are to be accepted in our congregation, according to Deuteronomy 23 and 2. All right, so Matthew 13, 24 reads through 30 reads, And another parable put he forth unto them. This is Yahushua speaking, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. And when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it has from whence then hath it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy hath done this. Thy servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while you gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, which are the angels, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles, and burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So again, we see the comparison between the wheat and the tares. And these children, these men, this man and this woman down here, these are the result of mixed marriages, and they are termed mamzerim. So this particular guy over here, he's the result of that. And you see his look; he looks like he has this strange look on him. You know, that looks like an Edomite and partly like an Israelite. The same with this woman over here. All right, so these people are tares and they're mamzerim, and they are not to be accepted in our congregation. All right, so again, I'm going to go back and touch on what I read to you earlier in Zechariah 9 and 6 about the bastard that dwelleth in Ashdod. All right, all right. So the first mamzerim, or mixed people and white people, came on the earth before the flood as a result of fallen angels mixing with the daughters of men, thereby producing the Nephilim, which were the giants that wreaked havoc on the earth, causing our father Yahuwah to destroy the earth with a flood because of them. And you can reference this information in the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verses 1 through 13, the book of Enoch, chapter 7, verse 2, also in chapter 19, verse 1 of the same book of Enoch, and also in the book of Jubilees, chapter 7, verse 21 through 22. So now I'm going to read you the book of Enoch and how it speaks of these fallen angels that came down to the earth and they slept with the daughters of men, which were the sons and daughters of Adam and Seth. All right, this is Enoch chapter 7. So let's go down to chapter 7 and read. Starting here. And it happened after the sons of men had multiplied in those days, that daughters were born unto them, elegant and beautiful. And when the angels, the sons of heaven, beheld them, they became enamored of them, saying to each other, come, let us select for ourselves wives from the progeny of men, and let us beget children by them. All right, so we see that these angels, these fallen angels, came down and they slept with the daughters of men, and they produced these Nephilim, or these giants on the earth. And these giants were wicked men. Uh, Many of them were white, and they had many of them had 6 fingers and 6 toes, and they began to do all types of weird scientific experiments, mixing with animals, producing all types of creatures and monsters on the earth. So that's why the Most High had to come with the flood and destroy uh, these monsters, these uh, these mamzers that were created before the flood. All right, so again, this particular video is about the mamzers, getting edification on who they are, what they are, and you can always come to my Facebook group. I have many files on issues such as this. And the group again is called Yeshar Ministries, Make Straight the Way of Yahuwah. And you can see many of my posts as well. I have also on my YouTube page, Yeshar Yehuda. You can see many videos that I've done on various difficult topics that cause a lot of confusion in the camps of Israel today. But again, this is for the edification of the true blood Israelites. We're not accepting none of these mixed mamzerim, or these imposter Hispanics that have stringy hair and light skin. So we're looking for true blood Israelites to receive everlasting salvation.